All new at 5:30, a trip to the happiest place on earth turned out to be a traveler's worst nightmare. A Charlotte man who has a love for traveling took a trip to Disney World. Well, he lost his driver's license there. He reported it and got a new one.
Fast forward 2 years, there was a warrant for his arrest because he lost his ID and somebody found it and used it to commit a crime. Channel 9's Hunter Sines reports that man went to jail and is now warning others.
Jordan Walker doesn't take his freedom for granted. Freedom to do the simplest things, like driving his car to work.
I currently teach at Butler High School as a food and nutrition teacher.
The chef loves to travel when he can, trying out new cuisines. But one of his latest trips turned into a nightmare he never saw coming.
It makes me very weary of traveling.
Weary because his last trip landed him in jail.
I honestly felt like I was dreaming, like I was in like some kind of nightmare.
That nightmare started in April of 2022 when Walker took a trip to Walt Disney World's Epcot Park.
A sushi salad that I ate at Epcot.
A food festival he enjoyed with his friends until
I went to go pay for something and I noticed that my driver's license was not in my wallet in its usual spot.
He flagged down park security, reported his license lost, and eventually rode with his friends back up to Charlotte. A week later, still no sign of his ID, so he got a new one at the DMV. Life simply went on.
I'm honestly thinking that everything is over.
Wishful thinking, because everything was far from over. In 2024, Walker traveled back to Florida, this time for a cruise with his family. A grand time on board with so many memories made, all to be replaced by what happened as he got off the cruise. An encounter with customs and a request for his ID.
And they told me that the driver's license matched down to the T of a driver's license that was used for grand theft.
Confused, bewildered, Walker was arrested.
They shackled my feet and they handcuffed my arms and they walked me down.
He says he spent 3 days in jail. His family had no idea where he was until he was finally allowed to call them.
It was traumatizing. You know, I had never been to jail before. It was just an experience that I wouldn't wish on anybody, especially with me in there trying to advocate for myself.
He eventually posted bond, and over the next few months realized what really happened. According to this initial affidavit, someone claiming to be Jordan Walker called CarMax and made an appointment to test drive a car for 15 minutes. But whoever did that actually was not Jordan Walker. This surveillance video shows another man using Walker's ID, getting the keys to a BMW for that test drive. You see him right there in the white long-sleeve shirt. Although you can't see his face, Walker says the officers who reviewed this video and later arrested Walker should have known it wasn't him.
My ID says I'm a person that's 5'5", and even just looking at the video, you can tell the person is significantly taller, their skin complexion is different, the hair, and just overall, just the body build of the person.
Walker says he was offered several plea deals, that if he said he did steal that car, he'd get a lesser punishment. And even after spending $13,000 on legal fees just trying to fight all of it, and even knowing he was innocent, he still thought about taking the deal.
I just really got tired of seeing my family like have to struggle to help make ends meet and just pay these legal fees. So it definitely was just times where I was like, maybe I should just take the plea deal.
But last month, nearly a year after this all began, prosecutors finally dropped the charges. Walker's defense attorney proved an alibi, showing Walker was not even in the state of Florida when the crime occurred. Walker's name has now been cleared.
There was so much that had to be put into this, so much money, resources, and just effort that had to be put for them to actually see that I didn't steal the car.
And now he is warning others to keep your ID close in hopes this never happens to anyone else.
It wasn't a nightmare, this was like a reality.
In Charlotte, Hunter Sines, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
And Walker told us he does plan to sue CarMax. He thinks workers didn't do their due diligence to confirm that the ID matched the person who was taking out the car. Hunter reached out to CarMax. The company did email saying before allowing a customer to take a test drive, we leverage technology to validate the authenticity of their driver's license. Our associates are trained to compare the photo on the license with the individual present in the store. The company didn't say what went wrong here or whether they would cover the legal fees. They did say they're in touch with Walker, also writing, while we can't share specific details, we want to emphasize we take this situation seriously and are committed to thoughtful and constructive path forward. We've also reached out multiple times to police in Orlando asking about their investigation and why it didn't clear Walker sooner. They have not responded.